We've previously focused on the beginning of the bracha of Retzei, the word of Retzei, of finding favor in God's eyes, of our tefillah being the ratzon, of being accepted with pleasure, with desire of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. However, there's a question which remains to be addressed pertaining to the link between the beginning of the bracha and the conclusion of the bracha. The bracha begins, Retzei Hashem Elokeinu. We ask Hashem, please find favor in the tefillos, the bakashos that we just requested. Find favor in that service. Find favor in those bakashos. But yet there seems to be a disconnect between that and the conclusion of the bracha. At the conclusion, when we daven, v'sechazeno inenu b'shuv chaletzion, please Hashem, return your Shechina, return the Beis Hamikdash, berachamim, with tremendous mercy. We ask Hashem, machaz your Shechina, so letzion, to return his Shechina to Zion. And so what is the connection between asking Hashem to accept our tefillos, to find favor in God's eyes, and asking for the rebuilding of the Beis Hamikdash? The Sifsei Chaim or Chaim Friedlander suggests two alternative approaches. He explains, number one, that perhaps what it means is that as much as we ask to find favor in God's eyes, that we want God to find favor in our avodas Hashem, in our service and in our tefillah, that really can only find the full favor, the full desire in God's eyes once there's a Beis Hamikdash. Once the Shekhinah resides amongst us, that's when God can fully appreciate, so to speak, our avoda. As long as that is missing, then there will always be something lacking in our own avoda. And there will therefore will be always something lacking in the favor it finds in God's eyes. That's approach number one. However, approach number two takes a slightly different understanding, slightly different approach, which is that when we ask Hashem to return Hamachazir Shechina So L'Tzion, we can only do that once God finds favor in our avoda. Meaning to say, if I'm asking if I'm asking Hashem, allow our eyes to see the reconstruction of the Beis Hamikdash, that's only if I have spiritually built up my eyes, if I have protected what my eyes have seen and looked at, if I have grown and been accepted in my avodas Hashem, if I found full favor in my avodas Hashem, in my work, my service to God, then I am now able to ask v'sechazeno einenu. I've worked on myself spiritually to be able to allow myself to see the machazir Shechina So L'Tzion. So our approach number one is that the ratzon, the desire, the favor of our avodah and our tefillah can only be found once the Beis Hamikdash has returned. Approach number two is that in order to be able to merit and to ask for the return of the Beis Hamikdash, I need to first have that ratzon. I need to first have that avodah be accepted and desired by God. May all of our avodah be accepted, and may we soon merit the return of the Beis Hamikdash.